Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of this Let's Play of Monster Hunter World. And I'm Bibble as usual. And we're about to go into the Wildspire Waste, but first I'm gonna do a bounty because I managed to get a moss swine in an off-screen thing. Just a bit of farming. And as you can see, we've got the Puke hunting horn this time around, which is gonna be pretty useful for poisoning any monsters we run into. So yeah, as you can tell by the name of the quest, which is called the best kind of quest, we're about to go into an escort quest, which, as we all know from various RPGs and MMORPGs, really are the best kind of quest, because you get to follow around a very slow moving NPC as they get slowly battered down by monsters and bandits and stuff. Just gonna eat some fish because I'm not entirely sure if I've got the defense for the monster that comes up next. I guess we'll see. Just gonna eat up a bit. And let's head off.
Okay. Got it?
Even better, we get to escort a cart. But yeah, welcome to the Wildspire Waste.
We've waited this long to get our hands on the evidence we need. Don't get us killed now, Hunter!
I'll try
I
not
hardly
to.
slept a wink last night. I'm so excited to go out and see this new piece of evidence.
The slag
gonna
was
do-
found in the desert area of the Wildspire. Guide us there safely, partner.
Just gonna do a really quick detour, and hey, Handler, you moved over here really quickly. Just gonna get some rations because could always use more energy.
One thing's for sure, the environment here is completely different from the ancient forest.
Yes, the Wildspire Waste features a mixture of dry land and swamps, which naturally supports its own unique ecosystem.
Pretty much what they said. There's a couple of monsters that are shared between the Wildspire Waste and Ancient Forest, but you don't have to worry too much about them at the moment.
Hey, look! A waterfall!
The water filters down through the sand and collects in the lower areas, thus creating a mire.
Oh, great. We get to go uphill now.
This is a pretty good fishing spot.
Come on now, my dear handler, put your back in it!
It's where the fishing expert will be when we get around to going here on an expedition. In my own time. But yeah, as you can see up there in the top right, as we usually got self-improvement, we've also got Scoutfly power up, which we've seen before. Health recovery small and health recovery medium, which are both.
Insect? Is that some type of beetle?
The wildlife here are quite resilient creatures. They have adapted excellently to the dry climate.
Even the plants have learned to survive. The fruit scattered throughout the area has a hard shell that helps retain moisture.
As I was saying, we've also got their health recovery small and health recovery medium songs, and those, as they sound like, are heals. So there's no extended effect to them. If you encore them, that you just do another heal. There was also Earplug Small, which is also an armor skill, but if you got a hunting horn, you don't need to bring along an armor skill. And as you've seen before in the
Dear me, we made it. Can we have a break now?
Look! The Wildspire! That's where we'll find what we came for.
But we still have a ways to go.
Well, on we go.
Yeah, in the Puke fight, sometimes it roared and we were stuck.
Actually, downhill might be worse. This is so heavy.
We were stuck clutching our ears, and that's what earplug prevents. So earplug small prevents small and medium monsters from making us hold our ears. Bigger monsters are gonna need earplugs large, and well, not this one, not this horn. Other horns do have it though, so. And you can always slot in armor skills if you want. Just a bit of gathering. Oh, what the hell was that?
Did you hear that?
Everyone,
I
be
sure
careful. Mind checking it out for us there, partner?
Oh, dear me! Rathian!
Hey, it's Rathian.
Jackies! A Rathian!
I believe she's been around since like the first Monster Hunter,
You know
so she's a
this
classic.
is, my friends. In times like these, it is important to stay calm.
And run for your life!
Go, go, go! Just move on through. You
They're
might
not
be
wrong.
able to use your slinger to create some kind of noise and distract her.
The first time I did this, I actually tried to fight her, and it did not go well. And I'm gonna repeat that this time around. Because it is not worth trying to fight her. Also, she's pretty resistant to poison, and we've got a poison hunting horn. So there's no real point to it, really.
Life.
Those Mices would be very handy. They do give an attack boost for a few minutes. You can make them into demon drugs, which gives you an attack boost until you faint, which is always pretty useful.
That was horrifyingly close.
Don't really know what I was doing there.
Fury like a Rathian storm. Well, like any Rathian, actually.
But she could provide the commission with valuable data. Hunter, I couldn't trouble you for a sample, could I?
Maybe later. So yeah, the wall spires are actually based on real-world termite nests, as far as I can tell. Some mound-building termites do create really large nests like that, and it's pretty impressive how far they can go with it.
Was an enormous beast, but I am in shock over how gargantuan it really is.
Yes, it certainly seems to exceed the measurements in all the guild's writings.
I wonder, how many years does it take for a beast like this to grow to such an enormous size?
Who knows? What matters is that we didn't have to see it in real time. There's some scatternuts.
Oh look! Apceros!
An herbivore native to this region. Wait, why are they running?
They look scared.
I'm
See,
sure we won't run into
when
anything that makes
Apceros feel
them scared.
threatened, they assume a defensive posture.
Whatever's out there, it could be a danger to us too. We have to be careful. Finally, I thought we'd never get here.
You know, so far this escort quest is actually pretty easy.
It is absolutely massive. What a magnificent specimen!
We're almost there. Keep it up.
Also, a new zone means new materials from the mining spots and bone piles.
The
So,
evidence is within sight. You've done a fine job, Hunter.
I do try and hit them as we go. And we're nearly there at a giant pile of
Let's see
Zora
what kind of
Magdaros
present Zora Magdaros has left for us.
poop thing.
Keep pushing. Oh, look over there! Another clue!
Me first!
Eureka!
something, Jaggies! It's a Barroth! Run for your life!
Follow me. Come on.
Yeah, joke's on us. It wasn't an escort quest at all. It's just another hunt.
We have to take down that barrel.
So yeah, this is the heavily armored Barroth,
Solid
which
get in harm's way.
I think was first introduced in Monster Hunter Tri? To be fair, I've never played it. I'm just saying what I've heard. But yeah, this guy's pretty well armored. As you can see, he's got a mud armor that he sheds everywhere. And... oh, we've already poisoned him. And yeah, as we hit him, we break the mud armor often. And he can use the splash attack less. If we had a water weapon, or if we had picked up some water moss slinger ammo, we'd be able to wash the armor off. And that's his main move, the charge, and I really should have not been hit by that. He's also got a hip check and a tail swipe, but mostly he's a head guy. It's a good thing that we've got a lot of healing out of our hunting horn. He likes to combo the head slam into other things like a charge, so watch out for that. And we managed to just slip underneath his legs for that hip check, so that's why we weren't hit by it. But I was a bit of a dumbass and I got hit by the head slam. That's fine, we've got earplugs now, so at the very least his roars won't affect us. Oh yeah, those Vespoids over there, those insects, you probably don't want to piss them off too much because if they hit you enough, they can paralyze you. And being paralyzed is not fun, especially if you're in the middle of a fight with a bigger monster. Yeah, enjoy the really good fight music whilst I talk over it, because I'd say it's my second favorite zone combat music in Monster Hunter World, that is. There's some other really good tracks in like Generations and stuff, but we're not playing Generations. I thought I was just out of range of that. Speaking of Generations, do check out Silver Falcon's Let's Play Generations in Prowler mode, where she plays as the kitty cat, which sadly you cannot do in World, and I think it's a shame, because there's a lot of good cat costumes, and not being able to show them off sucks. As you can see, our horn's already in yellow sharpness. Because the Puke horn is based off the bone horn, which doesn't have a lot of sharpness in the first place, the Puke horn also doesn't have much sharpness. And I had a bit of a technical glitch where my recording software crashed for a bit. So that's why there was that really awkward transition. You did not miss much. I hit it hard and it ran off, and then by the time I got my capture card working again, it came back. And now it's covered itself again in mud armor. As you can see, it's really thick on there. It must have gone to the swamp in the meantime. But yeah, we're gonna do a bit less damage until we break that off again. That little part broken sign only happens once. Even if it like regenerates or regains any sort of broken parts, you only get the points rewards for breaking apart once. Which is kind of annoying, because then you can't tell when you've re-broken apart. And yeah, I really want to not get stuck in that muck over there, because you'll see, because I do get stuck in it soon enough. Like that. Oh no. Nearly do. I definitely get stuck in it later in this video though. I don't know why his health rec small but health recovery medium. You think they'll be the same, but they're not. As in, like, you think it'll be written the same, but whatever. And that's where I get stuck in a muck.
Get yourself out of that gunk before you do anything else.
There is an armor skill to give you muck resistance, but I think only 2 monsters in this whole game use the muck. So there's not too much point to it, really. Unless you're specifically fighting Barroth or the other monster. Interrupted that charge over there, which is handy.
See anything useful lying around?
Generally, the underside of Barroth is the weak point, which is handy. Oh, and I managed to knock him down. Oh, and we broke off his crown, which it's like a tail slice, except you don't need to slice it off. It's just an extra carve, which is always handy. The really nice thing about the health recovery small song is that it chains into itself. So if you just keep doing circle, triangle, circle, triangle, circle, triangle, that's 3 instances of the song already, and that's actually really handy. The medium recovery doesn't chain as well, but it still does chain. So I guess it's up to you how you want to chain your songs. So yeah, that's just an extra carve. I should really start using nutrients soon, which are things that boost your max HP. I'm just too lazy to make some at the moment. That, and it'll involve a lot of going on expeditions, and I can't be bothered to do that at the moment. So yeah, I was off camera for like a good 5-10 minutes trying to fix this. So my energy bar buff actually fell off, which is why I had to eat that ration just now, just to up the max a bit. And I decided to go back for a bit of mining because, like I said, it's a new zone, so there's going to be new ores to pick up. Like that earth crystal just now. And hey, bounty complete. That's always great. Yeah, I think this guy is actually pretty close to being killed. Yep, it's limping. Might as well keep our speed buff up a bit. Yeah, the Wildspire Waste is a really pretty zone. And it's not as infuriatingly hard as Ancient Forest to navigate, so it's got that going for it. There are still a couple spots that are quite tricky to do, but what's nice is that I don't think any monsters ever do go there, so it's not going to matter if you're there to actually hunt. It's just a bit confusing if you're on expedition, how to get to certain places, but it's all good. I was gonna reapply earplugs, but it turns out I did it in the wrong order. So yeah, now I think this might be the first monster that we've seen that actually sleeps when it goes to its lair. Everything else has been was busy eating. So sleeping monsters take double damage from the first hit you do on them, so you want to hit them with your heaviest hitting move. or you want to hit them with some bombs if you got them. Whoops. Yeah, because he went to sleep in a muck, he's reacquired all of his mud armor. I really should have picked up some water moss ammo earlier. But what can you do? Besides, I think he's almost dead. But yeah, he's pretty hard to what's the word? He's got very telegraphed his moves. His head slam, his charge, his hip check, the tail whip, they're all pretty well telegraphed. So if you're not bad at the game like me, you probably dodge a lot of them better. Actually, I probably did better than the first time I fought this guy. Mostly because I was trying to use an elemental heavy bowgun, and heavy bowguns are not good at using elemental ammo. I really shouldn't have bothered, but I wasn't great at the game then. And I'm still getting better at the game now. There's a lot of monsters that I haven't really fought with melee weapons, so it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch me try and hunt them down with a hunting horn. I kinda wish you could end the wait timer early, to be honest. And... oh, cutscene.
Oh, hey! Glad you're back. Oh, don't worry. I found a safe place for the scholars to hide. I guess I'll go round them up. Wait for us back at camp!
You there. Are you part of the Fifth Fleet? Then that means the Elder Crossing is upon us again. The years fly by faster than I can count them. I too am a hunter of the First Fleet. Might I trouble you to share your tale with me? Let's find a suitable place. So, my old friends are well. Praise be. It sounds like the good scholars are as incorrigible as ever. Might I ask, are you tracking the monster that dropped that massive slag? I as well. It seems so easy. Follow the trail, find the truth. Well, it has been a pleasure. Nearby you will find my camp. I trust it will be of some avail to you and the others. Please pass a message on to the commander that I am safe. But a force compels me on, and I intend to see where it takes me. If you too feel so compelled, then we will cross paths again at the end of all of this.
Was that who I think it was?
I'm sure that hunky elf boy won't be coming back to us anytime soon. Spoiler alert, he actually won't. He doesn't come back for a while. What he said about the camp was true. We do have an eastern camp open up for us in the Wildspire Waste. Won't see it for a while though, because it's not that useful for us at the moment.
Good to see you.
And it's back to the commander.
Okay,
Well, it's right back to the waste for us.
Head to the Wildspire Waste immediately.
Yeah, he says immediately, but we're not gonna do it for him. Until next episode. But first, let's check out some of the cool stuff that we can make with the Barroth armor after we talk to some people.
Ha! Thank you.
Whilst we're here, we should talk to all the different exclamation points first, though. Oh, and pet the Poogie. Oh yeah, I completely forgot that you can name the Poogie. So I feel as though the thread should have a bit of a vote on what we call our little pet pig. Let's just grab some more armor spheres because everyone loves those. Not like I use them much. Some decent investigations, but nothing special, really. Just some stuff for me to farm, to make some new horns to show off.
Good to see you.
Yeah, this guy actually has a new optional quest for us, so we're gonna grab it off him and then go do that. And I get to show off a weapon I'm not very good at, because...
Good luck.
Well, you'll see. You'll see soon enough. We'll get to that soon enough. It's just capturing Kuluyaku. How hard could it be? Yeah, we've managed to pick up a decent amount of stuff back there, so it's time to do a bit of inventory management. I probably should have cut this, but you get to see me take the ammo out of my melee weapon preset, because sometimes if I pick up like mushrooms and stuff that turn into ammo, or berries that turn into spread ammo or pierce ammo, I'd rather have the space go into the stuff go in auto convert into bullets, so they don't take up space in the rest of my inventory. It's just how it is. So yeah, we're not going to do that just yet. Don't know why I was looking at that. Sometimes pre-recording things and then commentating later ends up you just wondering what the fuck you were doing at the time. The Mask of the Chef also has stuff for us to do. We're also going to do that this episode because it's real quick and easy. But first, let's check out some of that Barroth gear. There is no Barroth hunting horn, so there's nothing to show off there. But we can also make alloy armor because we picked up some earth crystals just now, and it looks pretty good. It's definitely got some interesting moves. Armor skills. It's got water resistance. There's only one monster in the game that uses water, so it's gotta be it's gonna be a really specialized bit of armor if it's got water resistance on it. Yeah, that's what Barroth gear looks like. It doesn't look great, and it doesn't have armor skills that are particularly good for us, so I'm not really gonna bother making Barroth armor. Although the Barroth Palico gear does look pretty cute. He's got a little crown. Yeah, just showing off that there's no Barroth horn, so whatever. I am gonna try and make a Vespoid horn for the next one, just because. I think Vespoid horn's also paralyzed, which is helpful. Yeah, just gonna do something here. Oh yeah, I need to go pick up the quest from the Mask of the Chef. And if I remember correctly, he just wants us to kill some small monsters, like you know, Vespoids and Gajao. Yeah, those will go by really quickly, so we'll do one I went farming a little bit. Nothing interesting, it was just a Great Jagras. Just need some Great Jagras bits. For something I didn't end up making anyway, because I changed my mind as I was recording this. But yeah, we're gonna do that capture the Kulu quest. And as usual, optional quests, I'm gonna show off a different weapon to what we usually use, which is Hunting Horn, obviously. And at this point, I wasn't sure whether I want to show off Charge Blade or Greatsword. There's Poogie. Just gotta make sure to always pet the Poogie until he comes to us when we get back, because he's gotta love us. And if we forget to pet him after a while, he stops coming to us, and that's just kinda sad. But yeah, I was gonna make a Charge Blade, but then I thought about it a bit. And I realized, hey, I actually know how to use a Charge Blade. So why not we do a weapon that I'm not good at early on in the series, so that I don't embarrass myself trying to fight an actually hard monster with it. So I used our Barroth bits to make a Barroth greatsword, because we do have the stuff for that. I mean, yes, I could have made a Jagras greatsword, but I wasn't really going to use these Barroth bits for anything else, because I'm not going to be making armor, and there's no Barroth hunting horn, so why not just make a Barroth greatsword? It's got a high amount of raw damage, it's got negative affinity, which means that crits, in quote marks, actually do less damage, but that's fine. The high raw balances out, and it's also got a plus defense bonus, which is useful for when you're bad at greatsword like I am. Greatsword is all about really hard hitting attacks, and that's about it. You charge up your attacks and you try and hit the monster with your slow ass attacks that I am not good with. I'm a lot better with quick mobile weapons, which is the complete opposite of the greatsword. But as you will see, I'm not the absolute worst at it. Greatsword does demand a certain play style. That means that you ignore a lot of the moves that are available to you just because they're not that great. As you'll see, Greatsword is all about comboing together charged attacks, which means that you have to predict where the monster will be at the end of your charged attack, just so you can actually do some damage by connecting. And again, this is a capture quest, so we don't want to kill the Kulu. And nope, still same animation. I think the animation changes when you upgrade the kitchen. Poison resistance is not going to help us very much, but whatever. I'd rather have a full set, just look decent at low rank anyway, because it doesn't really matter at low rank. So let's go find the Kulu after grabbing the free stuff that we get. Because like I said before, it's a lot more convenient just to get free traps. And I also pick up some of the more useful specialty ammos. Well, all the ammos actually. When it comes to higher rank quests, they're not as generous with free stuff they give you. Which is kind of annoying. At least they still give you free traps.
The greatsword is a powerful close-range weapon. Though attacks leave you wide open, the payoff is well worth it.
Yeah, you can also guard with greatsword. You do lose sharpness as you guard with the greatsword, so it's not something you want to do too often unless you've got skills that let you sharpen really quickly. And I noticed this little symbol on the minimap, which means there's another Palico around. And it means we get another little buddy on our fight. They're not always there, but if they are, it's always handy to get another paw in to help. Just grab a few Kulu footprints. And it's all the way across the map. Which is mildly annoying. I was trying my best to find some stones or something to, you know, shoot the rock out of his hand, but I was not successful. I think I managed to find some water moss, which would have been really helpful in the Barroth fight, but it's not that great here because this added effect doesn't really do anything. It's only 7 shots or so. Puddle pods, water moss, whatever. So yeah, the Kulu's gonna end up here, but it didn't take the route I thought it was going to. It's gonna take a really weird roundabout route, and that's annoying. Hey, I eventually realized I'm going to meet it halfway. That's a really stupid route to take. I think there might actually be some stones around here, but I just completely missed them. Oh, there he is. So yeah, it's time to show off, what the hell's the Barroth material over here? It's time to show off, greatsword's core gameplay loop, which is charge attack into tackle into charge attack into tackle into true charge slash. True charge slash is one of the hardest hitting, attacks in the game, if not the hardest hitting. Like, at high level stuff you can hit get like 1,000 damage with a true charge strike, so it's really something you want to try and get to as much as possible. And I showed that off by mounting this Kulu. So yeah, when the screen flashes red like that, you can actually use L1 to move to a different part of the monster that you were on when the screen flashed red, so that you don't lose too much energy. If you lose all your energy, then you fall off and the mount's all for nothing. But yeah, annoyingly, the Kulu's head is in the wall, so... Oh yeah, to combo attacks, it's kind of weird. You have to be moving forward with the, blah blah blah. Yeah, this is something that it took me a while to realize, that you have to be pushing forward on the left analog stick whilst you're charging charging triangle. So that you actually transition into the next level of charge. But yeah, it's not something I can explain very well because A, I'm not very good at greatsword, and B, even if I did know how to explain it well, I'm not very good at executing it. On the bright side, that Barroth managed to knock that rock out of his hands for me, so... Annoyingly, I don't have earplugs, so... You can dodge roars, but it's a bit harder to do. And hey, I actually managed to do a proper 2-tackle into true charge strike combo, but it wasn't there to hit, so... That was all for nothing. But yeah, there are different levels of charge strikes, and tackles let you bypass from one level to the next without actually letting go of the charge. So it's a good way to quickly get to level 3 charge, which is true charge. Sometimes you're just lazy and you just need to do the first one, and as you can see, I whiffed that one. I swear to God, I don't whiff every hit I do, but I do whiff a lot of them. Also, greatsword is surprisingly mobile in that you are very slow whilst you've got it out, but you put away greatsword really quickly, and you can move around quite quickly when you don't have it on. There we go, 135 damage, which is a ton for our level of gear. Other nice things about tackles. Tackles give you a small invulnerability period, so if you're good at timing it, like I am not, you can dodge attacks with it. And they also do blunt damage, tackles, so it's a bit like a shoulder tackle. So if you do hit the monster's head with it, you can knock them out. And there I show off the guard. You can actually combo into tackle from guard, but I don't use it too often. Yeah, that... If you're a good, I don't know why I decided to do that. If you're actually a good greatsword user, you're not going to use wide slash much because, considering how slow it is, it doesn't do much damage. There is a loading screen tip that says it does more element slash status damage than other greatsword attacks, but in general, slow weapons don't benefit from elemental damage as much as fast-hitting weapons, because elemental damage actually only has a percentage chance to proc, and less hits means less chances of proc. So generally, rule of thumb, elemental weapons go for fast, raw damage go for slow. Or, sorry, if you're a fast weapon, you probably want to prioritize elemental damage. If you're a slow weapon, you probably want to prioritize raw damage. That's mostly what I want to say. And that Kulu was nearly KO'd, so that just means it's time to trap it. And hopefully not kill it. What's really annoying is that I ran all the way down here, and it's just gonna run back. I don't know why I did that. I kind of wish it just ran right straight back to his lair to save some time, because I've humiliated myself enough in this hunt with trying to use greatsword. I'm probably not going to show it off again, at the very least until I get more practice with it on my main character, which I have been doing a little bit, but not to a particularly great level. And there we go, another quick capture quest. Done and done, and greatsword shown off. Only 11 more weapons to show off now? Who knows? I'm gonna pick up some dung, because dung is surprisingly hard to get. You can't farm dung at your farm, which you unlock later, so dung pods, if you run out of dung pods, that usually means a quick expedition out and trying to find as much dung as you can, which is a bit sillier than it had to be. Kinda wish you could just farm it, but what can you do? 8 minutes isn't too bad for a weapon that I'm not good at.
Head to the
And
Wild
then
Spire
we're
Waste
back.
immediately.
Yeah. First things first, gonna find that Poogie and gonna pet it to death. Well, not death. And then I think we're gonna really quickly do quickly do one of the Muscular Chef's quests, because those involve killing small monsters, and those are real quick. And oh yeah, this was at a time when I was thinking I was gonna end the video, but then I thought about it a bit more and I was like, nah, I'll show off that really quick quest, because it seriously is really quick. It takes like less than 5 minutes. Oh, but then I noticed the exclamation mark. So first talk to this guy. Hooray, 500 points.
Good to see you.
And he's got another quest to give us. And he wants us to capture Barroth. We're gonna save that for next time, I think. Also means we get to show off another weapon. I need to think about what weapon I want to show off for that. Probably another one I'm not too great at, so probably longsword. Maybe charge blade, because charge blade's fun, but because I actually like charge blade, I might save it for something I'm actually good at, just to show it off a bit better. Because they're small monsters, they're gonna be a pain in the ass to fight with anything that's really slow, because they'll just move around a lot and keep knocking you over, interrupting your attacks. So I go back to the good old dual blades. So yeah, these are Gajal, and they're like little fish monsters, and the Wildspire Waste, I think that's the only place you can find them. And they just live in the water and like to knock you around as you're fighting other monsters in the water, which makes the water battle doubly annoying if it wasn't already annoying, because you do get slowed down in water. Blah blah blah. Just gonna get attack up because these guys are not a challenge at all. The challenge is trying to kill them as fast as possible, really. Here we go. Don't know why I bothered getting the free stuff, but hey, free is free. Oh yeah, that's why I want to get some free rations. Because it turns out rations are surprisingly hard to get. You need to cook up monster parts for it, and well, you'll see. I have managed to run out of rations on my main account before. And we pick up some Kelby horns, which are important for making ancient potions, which max out both your health and your energy. They're a bit of overkill, but it's nice to have it around for spares, just in case you nearly die during a hunt and you really need quick healing now. Yeah. The nice thing about hunting Gajau is that there's only 2 places in the entire map that they can show up, and they're both right next to each other. Just gonna kick this Paratoad. Paratoads are toads that, if you hit them, they emit paralyzing gas, which can paralyze both the monster and you, so not great. If you noticed earlier, I picked up that Wriggly Litchi, which is the energy saving bug, which is hilariously overpowered on weapons like dual blades or bow, which use up a lot of energy, because it means you can just stay in the energy consuming state for ages without running out. Because I think Wriggly Litchi halves your energy usage. But yeah, if you notice, we run a lot slower in water, which is really annoying. And I think this is the first time I used wedge beetles on camera. And that's just cool beetles that are littered around the environment that let you sling off them. And you can actually do mounts from them on top of them if there was a monster around that I could actually mount. Spoiler alert, there will be. But yeah, these Gajau go down really quickly. As I said, the challenge really is how fast can I kill them all. You do occasionally, you do want to kill them because not the Gajau, some other small monsters have their own weapons that you can make, like the Vespoid Horn. There's some other small monsters. I think Gajau have a they do have some armor pieces associated with them, so you can make those armor pieces. That's about it really for Gajau. It's just those boots, I think. I completely forgot to show them off this time around though, so I'll show them off next time. So yeah, that was killing 7 Gajau to get a ingredient at the canteen. Quick and easy. What can I say? The other one, the Vespoid hunting one, is going to take a bit longer because I don't really know where to find the Vespoids in Wildspire Waste. They're not everywhere like they are in Ancient Forest. Well, I know where to find some of them, but it's not enough to kill every one that I need. So I'll need to go look that up before. There, that's your Gajau. And only 2.5 minutes. Could have done it quicker, to be honest. But yeah. We get Gajau liver, which is another fish, as you can imagine.
Head to the Wildspire Waste immediately.
And Apugi likes us enough now that it comes to straight after finishing a mission. You just gotta remember to pet it every time, otherwise it's gonna stop doing that. And we're gonna really quickly do one thing that we can do with the Poogie, which is pick it up. And go find some alternate costumes for it, because those are always great. There's one hidden over here. You can only get one costume in between each mission, so it'll take about 4 missions to find all the costumes. But yeah, they're pretty cool. We get white jammies. Let's quickly change them into that. And yeah, remember, in the thread, vote for what you want to call it, Pookie. And I'll call it that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Next time we go save a researcher in the Wildspire Waste again. And we do some more optional quests like capture that Barroth. We'll probably hunt a few best boys. No one else to talk to. But yeah, that's it for now. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you again next time in Monster Hunter World. Bye bye.